Talk about that, Eddie. Are you disconnected from that, or do you even? We're live right now. Do you think about that at all?
About what?
Going having a full time gig.
What? Hold on. What's the question, Chris?
My question is, so for me, I haven't worked since I don't want to say work. I haven't been employed since the year 2000. You know, I was fired about 7 times. The last time I fired, I was crying boo-hoo. You know, I was like, I can't even remember. I'm so far disconnected. Do you still remember the emotions inside, or tell me about how you
Man,
remember that?
it was an easy decision for me, Chris. I didn't like working at that crap anyway, so I was driving forklifts. Man, it was killing me. And I really believe that this stuff worked. For some reason, something inside of me was like, look, man, this is the way. You need to go. You need to go this way. And so, I had to make a decision. I had to make a decision, Chris. It was either work, because I tried to take out my job. I needed 3 days, man. They said, no, if you take these 3 days, you're fired. But I knew I wasn't going to drive no dang on forklift, man, for the rest of my life.
Not
So
that it's a bad gig.
I'm just a person. If I see something, like, I just need to know about 20 to 30% of it information, and I could, I know then whether I need to take action or not. I don't have to listen to get a whole 100% like some people. Some people think of brains, so they need to know every single thing and every single step before they move. But I'm like what Ron called a reptile brain, which we just need to know the facts, and then we take action. So that's how I was. I got some of that information, and I was seeing how people were making $10,000 off 10,000 off $10, and 20,000 off $10 investment. Man, I'm like, hey, sign me up, because I'm not going to drive no forklifts, man. I would think I was driving like a year. Man, I got to go, man. I couldn't take it, Chris.
That's interesting you say that. Not the same fork truck driving is good or bad, right or wrong. It just wasn't for you.
Nah, wasn't for me, man. I didn't have any freedom. I like having my freedom, man, and doing what I want. I think God put us here to be free. I don't think He put us here to have a job that you don't like, man. Come on, man. But
And
we've been trained to believe that.
where did you get this? I don't need to know all the facts, because that, to me, that is an entrepreneurial mindset, and I don't think we're born like that. And I think we're taught and beat in our heads, even with the school system. Know all the facts. You gotta know it all. Take this test. You get an 80. You get a 90. You don't know. You can't ask anybody for help. You gotta know all the answers. Where do you
Well,
think you get it from?
well, they train us like that for a reason, Chris. They want us to stay in the system. They want us to stay working the system, man. The people on top want you to stay in the system, go to school, get a good job, retire. Man, come on, man. That stuff over with. It's played out. But I got that. My mom, she has that drive. My dad, he was always an entrepreneur. But my mom have the drive, but she wasn't really an entrepreneur. She the one got me into real estate. Like, she does real estate on the side, but her main passion was the church. So she's been a pastor. She's retired now, but she's been a minister for about 30 years, I think, something like that. And she retired, and the church didn't even give her whole package, retirement package. I
What did
think
they
she was
do?
supposed to get about 60 or 70,000. Brother Chris, they gave her 20 grand.
And severance, that's it?
That's it. The AME church.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she worked for them like 30 something years, man. And they was
What?
supposed, every year they were supposed to put a certain amount for retirement aside for her, and they didn't.
Oh my Lord.
Man, it's a lot of them they do like that in that church, man, in the AME church. Man, it's pathetic, man.
We'll get to that. Maybe one day we'll talk about that, because I think, if I really do think it's important for those stories to be shared, not to make your loved one look bad, but just so we can be aware of this stuff, man.
Yeah, be aware, man. You gotta take your life in your own hands, man. Because there's no job security, man. You could be fired tomorrow, man. They gonna replace you at any time. Because everybody been trained to look for a job. Everybody been trained to go out there and create jobs.
Mm. I never heard anybody say, "Yo, go out there and create some value in the community."
Right. Go out there and start a business.
So today, Roundup family, thank you for joining us. We can go on, but this is really, I like to share. This is the conversations that Eddie and I have all the time.
Right.
But the good thing about it is when I was not in business, I didn't have anybody that I could listen to how they talk. Like I think Eddie and I talk on a different wavelength per se. Would you say, Eddie, regarding business wise?
Right. Well, we just get the truth, man, and the facts. You know, a lot of people want to save certain information for coaching and all that stuff. We just real, man. We just give it to you. We just give it to you. We're not hiding anything. We're not holding nothing back. So
I
just
think
give
it's
it
the
back.
mindset. Talking to you opens my mind. But Roundup family, I'm Chris Haskins. This is Mr. Transaction Engineer. Our mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. Today, Eddie, I wanted to talk to you as I'm driving to closing. We bought a house today. Got the HUD and all this crap. Both of us use private money, but I wanted to talk about how do we, as opposed to forget about borrowing money, how do we turn? I'm of the philosophy that I have to be the change that I want. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you have to be the change. It's all mental, man. If you can't see yourself controlling that money, because people out here have money that they need you to work for them. But if you can't see yourself like really doing it, actually visualize yourself actually getting money from people, then you won't get it.
You never will.
It all starts with belief, our belief system.
So the mindset I'm thinking before, I remember when I was starting it, I used to just stay up at night like, how am I going to? First of all, I didn't even know what private lenders were. And then when I found out about them, I'm like, okay, how in the world am I going to get somebody to loan me $100,000?
Right. Yeah, I had that thought too, Chris. For real. Seriously, when you just get into the business, you could barely, the people we grew up around and, you know, our peers, you can barely get $100 from them. So you think about 100,000, you like, man, that's so far-fetched. Wow.
It's not even in the same solar system.
Man, heck though. Man, 100 grand, you like, man. Now, man, we can just call, hey, I need $200,000 for this deal over here. Okay, what's the numbers? Blase, blase. Okay, what account do you want it to? What attorney offer? That easy, man.
Well, don't go too fast. Don't go too fast. That's what we want them. We got to get them there first. So tell me, when did you make the today we're talking about being a savvy borrower. Roundup family, if you don't know this, let me tell you. I want Eddie to tell me what his reality is. My reality is I know that there is more money in this marketplace in this time in America, 2020 and beyond. There's more money in the system than there has ever been in the history of the United States. There's more money in the system. I want you to just think about this. Trillions of dollars thanks to the internet. And Eddie has seen it. We've both seen it going. It's just going around like this. All this cash, which is worth nothing, really. I don't want to get to that trading. All this cash is going around. Like there's more money out there than there are enough good borrowers. Eddie,
Right.
what would you say to that?
Heck yeah, man. These people got money. They looking to invest, man. People are making money. They're not getting any returns in the bank. I think the bank is paying 1 or 2%. If you got your money sitting in the bank, man, you're gonna be broke. I'm telling you. Or you're gonna live a miserable life because you're pinching off that a little bit because you're not making any interest. Money, yes, you gotta save money, but you gotta also invest the money. Don't just leave the shit sitting there. Excuse my French, but you gotta make some money. They say your money, richest man in Babylon said your money is supposed to make money, and that money is supposed to make some more money. Your money keep having babies. Keep having babies.
Well, that tells you though something, Eddie. You know, one of my friends, Chris Birch, he's an entrepreneur in Maryland. He told me, Chris, you know what? Money is so worthless. The banks don't even want to pay you 1% when you put it in the bank. I mean, that really hit me hard, dude.
It's nothing, man. They print it out too much. Too much of it floating around. They print it out every second.
They don't even want it. The banks are willing to give. Like it's so cheap. The banks don't even want it. So anyway, Roundup, that goes to tell you, Roundup family, there's so much of it out there. It's your mindset. We are savvy borrowers, and we want you to be a savvy borrower.
That's
So some
it.
of the things we have had to overcome, Eddie. For me, the first thing I had to become. How do we become that person to say, listen, I will treat your money with the most utmost respect. Your money is safe with me. With me. It's like Eddie was saying, borrowing money now is not as challenging as it was before. And give us one bullet of what you did to change your mindset to say, you know what, I'm the guy. Or your money's safe.
Well, first, it all really just come back to the mindset. So when I first got into business, I was making money, and my first private lender, was a family member. So she gave me some money to do my first subject to deal. So
Nice.
I gave her some money back.
Let's start
Then,
with that. Let's stay there, Eddie, before you move from that. Tell us how did you set all that up?
well, the crazy thing about it, Chris, that's why I believe it had to be a calling for me to be in this business. Because as soon as I got in, right, when I went to the seminar, like before I got to the seminar, I had they seen the course information. So I was studying. So by the time I got to the seminar, my first seminar, I already had leads. So they called me up on stage. I submitted my leads. They called me on stage. Boom. They called one of my leads. They closed the deal right there on the stage, Chris. All I had to do is go back to the room. Back then we had fax machines in 2005. So I went back to the room, faxed the contract. She signed it, Chris. Subject to deal. The lady was getting married. And check this out. She was an IRS auditor. Probably still is. But she was moving with her husband. They was getting married, so they had two properties. So she wanted to move with him. So I just took it over subject to, gave her $2,000. She wasn't behind or nothing. Gave her $2,000. We took over the payments on it.
So
And so I got that $2,000 from my auntie. I told my auntie, hey, I'm buying this house for $2,000. Can I, use this money and I pay you back once I get my down payment. Then once I got the down payment, I think I got like $5,000 down. I gave her back $2,500.
wow. Holy cow.
Yeah, man.
So one thing I heard you say, Eddie, is you started with family.
Yep.
Me too. Me too. Friends and family. It's worked for me. It's worked like I called up my immediate, and it's not like you have to just get a whole bunch of different people. You only need a few people to make this engine work.
Yeah, man. All you need is a couple of people. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Chris. I got people throwing money at me, but I can't take all this. I got enough, man. But once you get reputable guys and you start giving people back money and paying them back, they tell other people and they just keep going. And once people see your success, they want a part of it. Everybody want a part of success, but you got to think successful.
Very
Think
attractive.
thoughts, man. You got to work on your mind because we've been so conditioned to think negative all the dang on time, man. Soon as something happens, we've been taught to think negative about it. Oh my God. Instead of, what can I learn from this?
Nice.
It's crazy.
Well, round up family, what I wanted to tell you is in order for people to give you money, you have to show the universe and God, however you want to call it, you have to prove the universe that you are a savvy person. What is the richest man in Babylon? Deal with people that are wise in the handling of large amounts of money.
Yeah.
Deal with men that are wise in the handling of large amounts of money. I'm not talking about $5,000-$10,000. So once you accustom yourself to dealing with large amounts of money, it is unbelievable. Let me tell you what PayPal sends me every day, Eddie. PayPal sends me an email every day. They say, Kris, we want to loan you. We want to give you a loan. They said, dude, Eddie, I swear to you, I'll show you the videos. They
I
sent
get them.
me.
Now, I don't get them every day, but I get them like once a week now.
Okay, so I didn't get these videos before. And recently I've been getting these round up.
Man, money is so cheap, man. They give it away, man. Go get the money.
Let me explain to this email I get from these guys. It says, we want to loan you some money. They send me a video, right? They're like, just watch the video. So I'm like, you know what? Let me look at this video, 3 minutes. PayPal will loan you. For me, I think they wanted to loan me like a $40,000. It's 40% or 35% of what your adjusted whatever your income is, whatever your income is for a month, or something like that. So they said they will loan you 35%, no questions asked. based on the future income of what your account looked like in the past. They will loan you 35% based on what they're forecasting you're going to make for the next year. It's crazy, dude.
Cause
You don't have
they know what kind of money is being generated through there, man. They want a piece of
there
that
you
action, man.
go.
They want a piece of that action. That's a good. They must open up a department to just look at people's accounts.
You know that's what they're doing, Eddie. They're scraping PayPal accounts, saying, "Okay, how much going in this one?" Go. So I'm getting these emails. Track it. They were like, "Look, you don't have to call. No, you don't have to. All you got to do is click some buttons, man. And what we're gonna do is we'll loan you this 40 grand, and we'll just take a piece of every one of your sales for the next whatever until you pay it back."
Wow.
I'm like, man, people are giving it away around the family, but they won't give it to you unless you show the universe that you know how to handle it.
You gotta know how to handle it, man, and be generous sometimes too. Pay back extra money. Like I had another private lender. She's a new lady that we brought in. We paid her back, man, and gave her some extra. She was very impressed.
Give
And
them
it
a
was
little
only
extra.
like $200 or $300 extra. But she was like, "Wow, I'm very impressed. Thank you."
Yeah, give them a little extra. It doesn't hurt you. We pay. We send our private lenders birthday stuff. We send them gifts. Don't forget, you can pay their retirement account. Sometimes we'll pay the retirement account fees for the year. It all depends.
Wow. See, that's what that goes back to Napoleon Hill book, Think and Grow Rich. Going the extra mile.
Above and
Go
beyond.
the extra mile because nobody else going the extra mile. You pay a person to do a job, they do that job, and that's it. But you pay a person to do their job, and they do that and more, you're gonna remember more. So
That's
when they
right.
come to mind, if you ever need somebody again, you're gonna automatically let me call what you call it. As soon as somebody needs a referral, hey, call this guy. Man, he's really good.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So magnetize yourself around that family. Number 2 for me would be, don't be scared to put some of your money in the deal to insulate your lender. I don't want you going out there, if you're a newbie, I don't want you messing up grandma and papa's money on your first deal.
No, please, man. And if you don't know what you're doing, get a coach, man. Or at least if you don't get a coach, get somebody who's done what you're trying to do before and you see them being successful. Like if they renovated a house one time and they closed on it, then go talk to that guy and pay them to mentor you, or me or Chris. But please don't mess up your family members' money, man.
Man.
Because you gotta see them at Thanksgiving and Christmas and they're gonna be on your ass.
Hey, what do you recommend for our newbies? You recommend them to possibly use an experienced lender on the first deal? Because I'm just scared they're gonna. I don't care if you mess up your money. I don't care.
Yeah.
But don't be messing up mom and pa's money.
Right. I would say, yeah, get a lender because experienced lender gonna give you the requirements they need, and that'll get you to the habit. So when you go get mom and pop money, you already know how to break it down to them. You know what you're doing, and you know they're gonna get their return back.
Good point. Good point. Yeah, you got it, man. You cannot mess up these lenders. For us, when we go on a deal, we're buying 60% of what it's worth, and we're bringing in some capital to insulate our investors. I want to make sure that if I get hit by a bus, they can liquidate the house, get their money back, and move on with their lives.
Right.
Don't be messing up these people's money, man, because these people believing in you. They don't care about no ARV. They don't care about no LTV, no
None of that crap.
maximum live offer. They don't
Show
care
me the
about
money. Show me the money. But if first you need to show them before you even ask about the money, you need to show them how their money going to be secured. So you need to make sure their money is secured first. Don't just go, hey man, you got $20,000 give me. Let them know how you're going to secure their money. Then get into the money side. What you're going to pay them back.
You tell them to give before you ask. Tell them
Right.
how you're showing them how you secure their money, and tell them what secure is.
Like if you're getting up money to do a rehab on a project, you can give them put a lien on a property for their investment, or if it's a large amount, you can give them the security deed. They'll get the security deed on the property or the warranty deed.
That's how we do it.
So you want to secure their investment, and then once you show them how secure their investment is, now this is what we're going to make, and this is what you're going to make.
Yeah.
Make sure it's higher than the bank. We usually pay anywhere between 6% and 8%.
Yeah, that's the market. That sounds about right now.
And I love having private lenders because it makes life so easy, man. The deal's easy, man. You just pick up the phone, boom, they send the money.
Man, I'm telling you, literally, man. I'm sitting here as I walk out. I did a video of the closing today. It's so easy. You can send a text, wire the money, an email. There is no. I mean, it's just so much easier. You don't have to turn in tax returns. They don't even care about your credit. There is no, huh?
Heck no.
They don't care about it. There is no application. FICO score. I don't even mess with FICO. I don't even know who he is, but I know he hangs around on those traditional lenders, though.
Yeah, traditional. Exactly. None of that stuff you got to do for like the bank. Go kiss all that ass and get that money from the bank. Hey, you just show these people the numbers, and it is what it is.
Yeah. So incorporate that. Make yourself a savvy borrower, and don't be scared to convert or tell people about their IRAs. We use Equity Trust. You can use Quest. It's tax free. It's a lot of information that you can share with people that have capital.
Yep.
All right, Eddie, want to go some Q&A real quick and get up out of here?
Yes, sir.
Roundup family, if you got any questions for Eddie and I, please put them in the live streaming. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Click that like button for optimization purposes. Look at this.
Thumbs up, guys.
Beautiful smile. Look at Rosanna.
Rosanna, hey.
From the Bay Area. How's the weather out there, Rosanna? I know you guys get 1 month a year in good weather. It's October.
I wonder how is it over there right now. I like California for some reason, but there's so much going on over there.
From north to south, man. My boy lives in the Bay, and it's always cold out there, except for October.
Wow, really?
It's always cold. Yep.
Whoa.
You never seen a dude from when I was in college? You never seen dudes wearing those big stocking caps in the summer?
Yeah.
That's them fools they from Northern Cali, man.
Wow.
I never forget seeing them fools wear that joint be 80, 90 degrees and they still cold.
No, man. Send me down South Cali where the heat is.
Let me ask you while I'm looking at questions, Eddie. Did you have, like for me, there is a segment of the population in my area that does not want to see another segment of the population get what they have. Do you get a lot of that down there in Atlanta?
No, not down here. We're so diversified, Chris. And then, the metro shit is, man, it's a lot of diversity, especially out north, North Gwinnett.
Gotcha. So you're diversified.
Yeah, it's pretty much open playing field.
Well, up here, man, it was like there is a certain, how can I make it sound? There's a certain group of people, let's just talk about a group, that they just don't want to see another group, whether that be the way you look or whatever.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Huh?
Yep, you know what time it is, man. Certain people don't want to see certain people grow.
Man, it's crazy.
They can't stop it now, man. Can't stop it unless you let them stop it.
Yeah, they try to hold you. Shae, what's a good skip tracing company? She's out in Georgia. Hey, Shae.
Company being verified. It's like $20 a month.
Nice. And Eddie, I know you can go to VA Fiverr. They got all type of people that'll do whatever you want.
Yeah, man. These days, man, information is easy to get.
Right on the phone. Calvin, hey Calvin. If I'm not mistaken, you say don't invest in multifamily homes. Do you multifamily, Eddie?
Yeah, we're negotiating on some now.
Yeah. How many doors?
One is 160 and one I think is 100.
Okay, so you get big stuff.
Yeah.
Calvin, my thing is this, man. I don't mind you doing that stuff, but I want you to master one. Like Eddie is a master single family. I mean, I can give him any type of deal, he can close it. But I don't know if I want you kind of trying to learn both, because commercial, man, I know Ron Grant says the commercial is for prostitutes and pimps. There are no regulations in commercial, when your money's gone.
It's gone. So you got to know what the heck you're doing, man. You can't even play. And you can't believe everything. You got to make sure you run the numbers. Like the due diligence time is longer. Shoot, like 60 days sometimes.
3 months. Right. And let me tell you what happened to my mentor. He bought a multifamily in Atlanta. Calvin, I'm glad you brought this up. You know, he had to do his due diligence, right? They sent him over the water bill for the apartment complex.
Yeah.
They tampered with the water bill. They changed the numbers on it, right? So he thought he was getting a water bill that was $5,000 a month for the unit, right? They fraudulently changed all the numbers. They got the water bill, sent it to him. Come to find out, it was closer to $15,000 to $20,000 a month for the water bill for the whole complex. He ended up losing the deal. I mean, he bought it and then had to resell it, lost money on it.
Dang. Yeah, you gotta be careful, man. There's a lot of tricks. A lot of tricks. They inflate the numbers, they inflate the occupancy rate.
Oh man,
it's a lot of games, man. You better know what you're doing. That's all I can tell you.
Plus, you got to verify that stuff, man. You can't be getting it from the seller. You got to get it from the company.
Yep.
Lady T, hey Lady T, you got I want to buy a property, living in now, and got $10,000. How would you go about to do that process? We got to know what they're selling it for, Lady T. I don't know what they're selling you for first.
Yeah, how you go about the process? Just see what they want to sell it to you for and negotiate it.
Yeah.
Find out what the houses are selling for in your area, especially you're in the subdivision. Find out what the actual houses are selling for inside your subdivision. If you're not in the subdivision, you can go within a mile, but you need to make sure it's the same square feet and make sure you got to check the value. If a house sold in great shape for $240,000 and the property you're living in is like mid shape, then you shouldn't buy that $240,000. You should negotiate that. It depends on how much you need in repairs and upgrades and all that stuff. But if it's not $240,000 condition, then you need to negotiate down. And find your mortgage broker to see if you can get a loan. You can get an FHA loan, 3.5% down. So 3.5% down, get your loan. You look like you got 10 grand, so you should have enough for closing costs also.
Yeah.
Depends on what size house you buy.
Willpower, what's up? Who has the best program for vacation rentals, short-term rentals? Only one I know is Page, B Page.
Yeah, Brian
Page. B Moody, if I have a deal with the right numbers, will you get in the deal with me? Just help me walk through it. Yep. You can email either one of us, B Moody. Yep. We'll help you with that. And just be cognizant of the time. Don't forget, you got to give before you ask. Give before you ask, my friend.
Yep. Law of the universe.
Can you recommend Mindstroke? Can you recommend a few reputable hard money lenders? They're online now.
Yeah, go online, man. I haven't used hard money since before the crash. After the market crash, I've been private money. I think the last hard money we used was in 2007.
Yeah, they will. You know what? Be mindful of these raw money lenders. I always, when I use them guys, I always say they gonna get their money.
Hell yeah,
they get their money.
They call hard money lenders for a reason. They play hard. Shit. Right. And the interest rate 14, 15%.
They don't care. Extensions, down payments, points. Shit, man.
If it take longer to get their money, if you got usually 6 months to a year, you don't do anything, they're gonna take the house. Man, know what you're doing when you get involved with a hard money lender.
Yeah, and bring it down, huh?
Make sure you're in a good area. You got to bring down payment also, most of them.
Yeah, bring a down payment. Don't borrow 100% when you're using that hard money. These dudes, they just gonna rape you. They're gonna take all your money.
Oh, they're gonna rape you over the coal.
Mortgage balance $400,000. Monthly payment $2,000. ARV $350. Would I do the deal? Airbnb $500 a day? Maybe. Depends on what the maybe. Devin, you can email either one of us and take a look at that. Depends on where it is. Hey, Rich, what up, dog? That's Chris. Do you recommend make one LLC the beneficiary of multiple land trusts? Why or why not? Eddie, what's your opinion on that? Make one LLC the beneficiary of multiple land. Okay, yeah. Go ahead, Eddie. What do you think?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I say so too. I wouldn't worry about switching beneficiaries. Here's the thing, Chris or Rich. You can layer yourself and paperwork yourself up out of here.
Right.
You can layer this thing so deep, and I'm sure Eddie will. He can give his response. I found you can layer it. Land trust. You got a LLC that's a trustee. You got an LLC that's the beneficiary. You got another trust that you got a different LLC. Dude, you can make paperwork come out the year. Man, I'm telling. I mean, look at my.
And the more layers you have, the more it's going to cost them to undo it. So
There
if
you go.
somebody's trying to get you, they got to keep paying attorney to get through these layers. Shit, damn, we gotta get through this LLC as the trustee. Then they find out they're not the owners. Golly, now we got to try to crack that and see who the beneficiary is. Now that's another company. Oh my God, here go another 10 grand or 20 grand. They got to get an attorney. Man, they're gonna be so wore out, man. They be like, man, forget about it.
But in layering, just remember, if something happens to you, your loved ones are going to have to unlayer that stuff too.
They're going to have to know what the heck going on, man.
You know they ain't going to know, Eddie. Like, man, Eddie got this trust, and the trustee's a beneficiary in Nevada, the beneficiary in Delaware.
Well, I'm teaching my wife more of the stuff, so she'll know. And I'm working with one of my sons, so training him also, because they're going to have to know how to run this stuff.
You can layer your way out of here, Rich. So just be mindful of that, man. Because I was layering my stuff so deep. I'm like, I use 1 or 2 LLCs, and that's it. I just don't have. Right. I don't care enough to do all that layering.
Yeah, you're really not even gonna need all that.
No, man. To get you good insurance. Devin, hey, thank you for your love offering. He had a lead. Agree to do subject to. Email it over, Devin. Yep, we'll look at it. Eddie or I. Mo in the city. Can you refinance a property once it's in a land trust, Eddie?
They're gonna make you take it out to refinance, but then you just put it right back in there. No big deal. All it is paperwork.
Yep. And we covered that in the land trust. Yeah, you can take it out, put it back in there. Round up. Don't be scared to use land trust. If you get scared and you put it in trust, you can always take it out.
Always.
It's not the end of the world.
You need to make sure you have. If you got properties, guys, put your properties in land trust. Something happened. Credit card company try to sue you, or anybody try to sue you, that lien is attaching to your property. If you ever want to sell, guess what? You got to take care of the lien first. So you better keep that in mind. Don't be a sitting duck.
Nope. Sitting duck. Ron Rand says a moving. What's he call it? A moving missile. Missile. Your car's a missile on wheels. David, hey David, I've got my private lending prospectus. I gave that to Eddie. Eddie, let me ask you, how did it work for you, my friend?
Huh?
My private lending prospectus. I know I gave you a copy a while back.
Yeah, it was an excellent course. Definitely go get Chris' course on that private lending, guys. What's your website, Chris?
It's right there, chrishaskins.com.
Okay. Yeah, you'll enjoy it, man. You got to know what you're doing, and that will definitely help you. That will definitely help you. It's a guide. And all you got to do is go in there, switch the pictures out, some properties in your area, and present that presentation.
There you go.
Voila, magic. That easy, baby.
Yes, Al. Lexington, South Carolina, transferring your 401k to a Roth IRA. How can I learn how to use it for investment purposes? Wow, that's a whole nother training. Maybe we'll do that next week, Eddie. Talk about investing in your IRA.
Yeah.
Al, I'm sorry, man. That is wealth management, which is, I'm glad you asked that, because there comes a time in every man's life where you got to not focus so much on the earning, but the management side of what you have earned.
Right.
What company do you, Shae, what company do you use for your VA assistance? Well, virtual assistants.
You can go to Upwork, guys, and find all the virtual assistants you want.
Yeah, Eddie has a class too. Just go to my site. You can get Eddie's virtual assistant masterclass. He's got all that Shae outlined step by step with all the flow charts and mixed transaction engineering going over exactly how to hire them, what to say to them.
Yeah, definitely get that, man. Tell them, Chris. It give you the whole blueprint.
Yeah, I mean,
so that'll take you from doing one or two. Once you get your VA trained, that'll take you from doing 1 or 2 deals a month to doing at least 4 or 5 deals a month. Once you got your VA trained, because you don't want a virtual assistant that's working for 1,000 different people, because they're gonna take them longer to get your stuff done. You want a good VA, you're gonna have to pay for it, man. We pay ours $9 or $10 an hour.
That's still not a lot. You talking about paying? That ain't when you're thinking about in the world. I mean, that's not a lot of money.
Well, compared to finding somebody in the Philippines for like $5,
yeah,
$6. Now we got one that does our admin that's in the Philippines, so we pay them $5, $6. But the good ones that we got on the phone call and all that stuff, we pay them good money.
From the home,
really not good money. Well, I guess to each his own. You can't say, because that's good money to somebody. So
I'm talking about when you take $9 an hour, it's a lot comparatively speaking.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not talking. I'm just thinking about $9. You're talking about in the world, it's not a lot. All right, I'm about to do a land trust. Good for you. The market is this properties in Suffolk. We are building a house in Suffolk. Good market. I would definitely. I recommend Suffolk from the home front to the homestead. I love Suffolk.
That's up there where you at, Chris?
Yeah, we have what we call 7 cities. Virginia Beach is out here. I'm right here in Hampton. I'm on the inside. Then Suffolk's like right around here.
Oh, okay.
It's like the suburbs for Virginia Beach. Matter of fact, I'm trying to move there, man. I can get out of hand. There's so many knuckleheads around here. Good
yeah,
God.
Man. Get your subject 2 up there, Chris.
That's what I've been, man. I'm looking for one now.
Man, I've been looking hard for one. It's been hard to find some. Well, what the wife like? Because they really basically pick the
There you go.
I don't give a crap. You just move me in. It's a finished basement. Hey, we good. Got my man cave. We good. I don't give a crap. All right, look. But
it's hard making them happy, Eddie.
Man, you get dealing with the wives. They want this, or they want this. They want this. They want this. No offense, lady, but we just go along with it, man.
I'm like,
hey, we picking Chris. They gonna be on our butt. You the one pick this stupid house, man. We're gonna have to hear this for the rest of our life, man. So, hey, just gotta be patient, man.
I'm like, is the payment good? Is it in a good shape? Let's go.
That's all I care about. The numbers.
Don't work like that.
Gotta get in the deal.
Shae, who's a good closing attorney in the A? That's gonna be Mr. Transaction. Darn, Shae, he killed you. See if I can get him back on here.
Can you hear me, Chris?
Yeah, your camera went out.
Yeah, it got it.
Eddie can get that one. What's my good pitch for seller to do subject to? TrueBrook Investments. You have to get my ninja negotiating audio. It'll walk you step by step down doing a subject to. Go to my site, pick that up. Go ahead, Eddie. What's a closing attorney in Atlanta?
What do you want to do? What type of deals?
Subject to.
If you're in Cobb County, look up Ken Chalker. I think they're Chalker and Chalker. They do subject to deals. They're pretty cheap too, like $1,000 or something like that.
Oh, you email me? Eddie's email is Mr. Transaction
Info at MrTransaction.com. I put it in the text real quick.
Final thoughts on becoming a savvy borrower. I wanted to say savvy because I looked up the word savvy. It means someone that has common sense and that has wherewithal for what they're talking about. Go ahead, Eddie.
Final thoughts. Work on your mind first. You got to believe you can go out there and get the money, man. They're gonna give it to you, but you got to also know what you're talking about. Tell them how you're gonna secure their investment first. Think about that. You got to give first, but before you give, you got to know what the heck you're talking about. So you need to get the knowledge first. Give. Tell them what they're gonna receive back. It's a done deal. Get Chris private lending course. It breaks it down for you real good. If you got Adobe Editor, you can go in there and change the pictures out, put your pictures in the houses in your area, and present that to them. Got a private lender, and make sure you pay them back. And pay them back with interest.
Go ahead.
Oh, one more thing. if you get into buying guys where it's going to take longer for them to get their money, just let them know. Don't panic. Don't go crazy. Just go back in and renegotiate. When I first got started with a private lender, I jumped the gun. I thought they wanted their money back fast, and I sold a house too quick. And so I ended up having to pay on $5,000 extra to cover them because we sold it at a loss. Instead of me going back in and say, hey, let me hold this property for a while. Let's just convert this to an owner financing. I wish, man, Chris, that deal too, it was like a house that worth like $25,000. This when the market first crashed. Man, do you know that market went back up to right over there? That same subdivision is selling for like $250,000 to $300,000.
Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
God. So
what did you do? You sold it at a loss?
Yeah, we sold it too early.
Panicking.
Yep.
That panic could kill you, won't it?
Mess you up every time, make you blow it.
All right. Two things I heard you say. WIIFM, what's in it for them?
Right.
You're giving. Second thing was security. How am I going to be safe? Those two things, and that's the basis. That to me, that's the premise of my private lending perspective.
Yep.
The two things that people want to know: what's in it for me, and how am I secure if you get struck by lightning?
Right.
But I think it all starts with us as the investor. I don't think the deal comes, but I think it starts with our mindset.
And you talk to people, man. Talk to your doctors. Talk to your dentist. Like I got my dentist want to give me money now to do deals. My landscaper want to give me money now to do deals.
Mm-hmm.
So just talk to different people, man.
Yeah.
Talk to different people. People got money, guys. Just cause you may be tapped out right now, and then that's temporarily.
There you go.
Other people got some money. So open your mouth, learn what you're doing first.
Yeah.
Open your mouth.
Get sweet.
The money. And
if you
have,
there you go. If you have some money around that family, I don't know. I was one of the guys that got a big check from the music business. I wish I had people around me that would show me how money worked. If you have some capital, just get in touch with us. We'll get it working in one of our deals. We pay you a high rate of return on your money.
Right.
Okay, Roundup family, we love you. Make sure you subscribe, like the content, share with other real estate investors, and we'll see you Friday with Jessica Siegel. All right, Eddie. Oh, darn. He gone?
No, I'm here.
Oh.
Oh, I hit the dang